African second-hand clothing traders are sounding the alarm over new United Nations textile guidelines they say could endanger millions of jobs across the continent. On October 17, 2025, the Africa Used Clothing Coalition, representing traders from Kenya, Ghana, Nigeria, and several other nations, called on the UN Environment Programme (UNEP) to suspend its Circularity and Used Textile Trade project. The coalition accuses UNEP and its European partners of conducting the study behind closed doors and excluding African voices from meaningful consultation. At the heart of the dispute is a new set of definitions that could classify second-hand clothing imports as waste. Traders warn that such a move would trigger trade restrictions and disrupt a sector that sustains millions from vendors and tailors to recyclers and transporters. The UNEP-led project, co-funded by the European Commission, forms part of its wider One UNEP Textile initiative. It focuses on 4 pilot countries, Ghana, Kenya, Pakistan, and Tunisia, and aims to draw a clear line between textiles fit for reuse and those considered waste. Its findings are due to be presented at the UN Environment Assembly in Nairobi this December. Across Africa, second-hand clothing is central to everyday life and local economies. In Kenya alone, over 2 million people rely on the trade for their livelihoods, while millions more depend on it for affordable clothing. Supporters say it promotes reuse and reduces global textile waste, though critics argue it can undercut domestic garment production. If UNEP's new rules mirror the Basel Convention, the global treaty that regulates how countries trade and dispose of hazardous or unwanted waste, then used textiles labeled as waste could be treated like controlled materials. That would subject them to prior approval procedures, strict documentation, and, in some cases, outright shipment bans between countries lacking proper waste management systems. Traders fear these rules could cripple entire resale markets that already operate on circular economy principles, extending garment life through repair and reuse, rather than disposal. As the UN Environment Assembly meeting approaches in December, African traders are pressing for transparency and inclusion in decision-making. They argue that sustainability should not come at the expense of those who have long practiced it, keeping clothes in circulation, families employed, and waste out of landfills.